guys, this is Greg Doyle for Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat. It is prediction time. Fight I want to talk to you guys about takes place Saturday the 5th of February. It is a £160 contest and it is between Chris Eubank Jr., who is 31-2, and he takes on Liam Williams, who is 23-3-1. Guys, thank you very much for coming back and tuning into a prediction video. We're back after the Christmas and New Year break. Great to be back and talking about fights, so let's get straight into this one. Guys, let's start off with Chris Eubank Jr. As I say, Chris Eubank Jr., he is 31-2, former IBO super middleweight champion, WBA interim middleweight champion. Really exciting fighter, someone I've always enjoyed watching over the years, Chris Eubank Jr. Really good victory over James DeGale. Hard done by not to get at least a draw, I felt, against Billy Joe Saunders. Great fights that he's lost, including to George Groves, for example. And, you know, he's just an exciting fighter who has a lot of great attributes and very easy on the eye to watch. He takes on Liam Williams. Liam Williams, I say, he is 23-3-1. Liam Williams has done things the very hard way in his career. Great victories over fighters like Atlantis Fox. Very good performance over Demetrius Andrade in his last fight that he lost. Very controversially, was retired in the corner when a lot of people felt he was up in the first fight against Liam Smith. Dominating performances against guys like Andrew Robinson, stopping him brutally in the first round. So again, Liam Williams is a very easy on the eye fighter, and someone I'm really looking forward to getting back to and watching also. Guys, if I can move over onto keys to victory. Keys to victory for me in this fight, for Chris Eubank Jr., I think the uppercut is everything in this fight for him. I think he needs to set a high tempo. We know that he's now being trained by Roy Jones. Roy Jones' style wasn't always high tempo. It was force the mistake, counter and punish. But I feel that for Chris Eubank Jr. to make his mark in this fight, I think he needs to land the uppercut, throw some hurtful combinations to body and head, and force the pace, especially in the second half of the fight. For Liam Williams, I think for Liam Williams, the blueprint to beat Chris Eubank Jr. is to box him. We've seen it with George Groves. We've seen how much success Billy Joe Saunders had when you box on the back foot behind a nice stiff jab, change angles, don't stand in front of him. And I believe that the jab and weathering some storms in this fight will be massive for Liam Williams. And if he sticks to a boxing game plan, I think he stands a massive chance of winning this fight. Guys, over and on to prediction time. This is probably my favourite part in the video because I get to be a bit raw and break down a fight in my opinion. I've got two very strong opinions here. The Chris Eubank, Roy Jones style, stand off, look for pot shots, not going to work. You're going to find yourself 4 or 5 rounds down. You cannot do that in this fight. On the contrary, Liam Williams can't afford to go forward at Chris Eubank and look for a fight, because I believe when he does do that, he's going to get caught with that uppercut, and I think he needs to be very, very intelligent in this fight. And that's where the two talking points are for me, and it makes it very, very tricky. I see a scenario where Liam Williams outboxes Chris Eubank and wins in points, because as much as, for me, Roy Jones is one of the greatest fighters that's ever lived. Right up there for me, as in top 3, for sure, without a doubt. Talent, speed, charisma, everything. But I don't know if the style completely suits Chris Eubank Jr. And I feel that Chris Eubank Jr. might need the attributes of a very strong talker in the corner. And I don't know if Roy Jones holds those attributes. So a lot of talking points to really, really look at. And it's a fight that 3 years ago, if you asked me, it was only going one way. But now, and especially, I've not even touched on the Adam Booth having a short stint training Chris Eubank Jr. and he's now with Liam Williams. I've hardly even touched on that, but in these prediction videos I want to be short, sharp, get to the point and give you guys what I think will happen. If I am very honest, I just see Chris Eubank Jr. having, one way or another, a little bit too much. I see Liam Williams having massive success in the fight. I see him giving Chris Eubank Jr. lots of problems if he sticks to the game plan. But overall, I look at the Liam Williams, Demetrius Andrade performance, and Williams didn't look intimidated at all by Andrade. I think he'd be more thoughtful in this fight, but he was eating uppercuts for fun, and that's Chris Eubank Jr. Arguably, aside from his combinations, his best attribute is that uppercut. I just see Chris Eubank Jr. maybe having too much energy for Liam Williams down the stretch, and potentially if Liam Williams gambles and starts fighting Chris Eubank, I see him maybe getting stopped late in this fight or losing a relatively tight points decision. So guys, my prediction, Saturday the 5th of February, £160 main event contest, Sky Sports Boxing boxer, is for Chris Eubank to stop Liam Williams in the second half of the fight or win a close points decision. Guys, Greg Doyle, 8 Sleep Boxing Repeat. Please check out all of our social platforms and I'll be back to speak to you guys again soon. Take care, thank you.